Alright folks, here we go. I've got part 2 to the Comet series, and this is ison. 2012 S1 is my access term, and what I'm going to do in this one, I'm going to do a little something different, and I'll work a few of these words in real time. This, by the way, appears in 2 Kings, and it is on a skip of 234. I have a row skip on a 1, and I've already got a few words started just to get the ball rolling on this, and I just want to show you. Here we have the word comet, appears right here. Up at the top here we have star, and written backwards we have the month Ishvan, which is when the comet will appear. It will be in the sky. Down here in plain text, I see the word judgment is there, and here with a across the axis term is Wormwood. So there's the connection to Wormwood in an ELS. Also, just kind of real quick, I saw some of the first verses that were running through the axis term, and it was really interesting because right here it says shall fall into the earth, in very close proximity of the axis term. And in this verse here, well, let's just read that with me. It's 10:14, and he said, take them alive, and he took them alive, and he slew them at the pit. And that's where I stopped, because I mean, we're not looking at the context of the verses here, we're looking at the context in relation to the axis term. If you think about it, if this comet is judgment and it's supposed to fall to the earth, take them alive, and he took them alive, and he slew them at the pit. So that's how, when I'm looking at the plain text, you want to look at it in context of the axis term. It's going to, so there's dual meanings. In other words, it's what it says in the plain text is one thing, but when it has a connection to the axis term, you look for the key words that may or may not be related. And I felt like this was making a statement. It comes across the top of the axis term with the aleph. But anyway, let's look for some other things. And first thing I want to look for is Harbinger there. You know, I like to use terms from other tables to cross-check to see if the same terms are in the same or in each other's table. So here we have Harbinger. We're going to look and see if Harbinger is here. And it is. It comes up twice there. Harbinger. Harbinger runs through judgment. The Harbinger is a warning, folks. It's a prelude to something really bad. Next word. Let me change the color real quick. It'll get confusing really quick if we don't do that. Let's look for how about break apart. Let's see if break apart is there, and that would be Lamed Hey Shin Resh, because in Drosnin's table on the comet he has, it says I will tear it to pieces in there, and look at there, break apart comes in twice. It's here at a skip of 2, and it also runs across here. Look, running through the axis term. So break apart, and it's there twice. You know, I've drawn the conclusion in the other tables over at Livestream before that I feel like it's going to break in two pieces. This particular comet, Ison, they suspect is a fragment of the comet, the Great Comet of 1680, which apparently hit an asteroid and broke into pieces. This is a fragment of it. So break apart is there. Alright, how about devastate? Let's look for devastate. That's another word Drosnin used in his table. And that would be lamed, he, shin, mem. There's devastate there. And it is. And they didn't change the color on that, folks. Let me do that real quick so we can see. And there it is. Devastate. It's there twice. And it crosses each other. It crosses the axis term and each other. So that's another dual word there. So that's telling us something, folks. Next word. NASA. Let's look and see if NASA is there. I want to change the color real quick. Because NASA is involved. And that would be noon, olive. Wait a minute, no, that's noon, olive, some olive. NASA. I don't see it. Well, let's snoop. So what we're going to do is going to move the table around a little bit and see if it's anywhere else. I like it in close proximity, but if I don't find it in close proximity, I look further out, and there it is. See, come up down here. NASA is there. Alright, it's going to be coming from the constellation Leo. So let's look for the lion, Leo. And that would be lamed, yod, olive, vav. Wow. That's pretty redundant. Let's just remove Leo out of there. We know it's coming from Leo, and it's a definite. I would say that's confirmation. I don't even know how many times that was, but it looked, well, let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times. Does that mean 9 fragments? I don't know. So, you know, sometimes I don't understand what the number of things mean. If, you know, I'm not really into gematria. I know it plays a part, but it's something I don't really get into. I kind of refer to Rabbi Glazerson when it comes to those things. But anyway, Leo is there. How about wrath? Let's look for wrath. And that would be the world is under judgment, folks. Oh, and there it is. Wrath comes up here. And keep in mind, folks, everything that I'm putting in for the exception of the plain text, which comes up at a skip of 1, these are all equal letter distance skips. This is not just picking up letters nilly-willy here and there. Some people call that alphabet soup. This is equal letter distance skip. So there's a precision to this. And we'll try to keep this short. I don't want to run it too long, folks, because I've noticed the longer my video are, the less the people watch. So I'll keep them short and sweet as much as possible. Final word, I'm going to look at this one, and we'll just look for prepare. Should we prepare? And that is hey, cook, boom, tav. Yeah, and prepare is there twice. Again, a dual. Prepare. Prepare. Alright, folks. God bless you. Be looking for my next video. Wait a minute. Here's a word just appears here. See how these words came together? Sometimes when that happens, I go and check and see if that means anything, and I'll put it in a translator. Give me just a second. I'm not fluent in Hebrew, so I do have to use a translator. Wow. It has multiple meanings. Baal is one of them. Crazy. That's crazy. Baal. Anyway, be looking for the next video, folks. God bless you.